Welcome to the Honesty Club podcast.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Sarah Joy.
We've been friends for over a decade, and at this point, we've talked about everything.
Each week, we'll take a hot topic and give our honest takes. And even better, we're inviting you to be a part of the conversation by submitting your stories and thoughts.
Laugh a little, learn a little, and even feel free to disagree.
You're invited to join the Honesty Club. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Honesty Club. We have
Welcome back.
a special guest on the show
so
today.
excited.
We're really excited about it. Chelsea Markham
Yay!
is on the show.
I wish we could
everyone.
insert claps, you know.
I know. Maybe we will. Maybe I will get in the studio and figure that out.
Mix it up.
Yeah, Chelsea's joining us from California.
Woo!
A beautiful day here, I do have to say.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me about it.
Jealous. Yeah, literally tell us.
Wait, is it not pretty there?
No, it actually is.
I mean, it's gorgeous here, but we just always wish we were in California. That's
It's not California.
I love being here. I can't complain. But yes, it's like a perfect 70 degrees. So the sun is
Wow,
shining.
love it.
Yeah.
Are
It's like-
you're actually from California?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering the other day, it's like people who are from California and they wake up
often
to that
not.
every day.
Oh, yeah.
What does that feel like? Like you know, like to me, I'm like, oh, this is so special when I go. I can't imagine living here. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I would just be happy every day.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
It does, reinvigorate my spirit every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes
what I
I'm
thought.
making up words lately.
I
It's
have
a so that could not be a word. I did this while teaching the other day, and I made up a word, and I was like, I don't think that was a
We
real
do
word.
it.
And they're like,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. And I was like, cool. So
Reinvigorate is a word.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also that's how words get invented.
That's
Maybe I'm
true.
gonna know.
Linguistics.
That's my new job. I don't need another job, but maybe it is. Who knows? We're
So, what time does the sun rise in California right now? Because I remember when I stayed with you last summer, we were both pregnant. That was fun. About to go into our third trimesters, which is crazy. Anyway, the sun was up at like 5. Like, is it still like that?
No.
No.
It's like 6:30, I would say.
Okay.
So it's
And then
dark
in the summer, it's like 5 or what?
Daylight savings. So now it's doesn't get light until like 6:30, and then in October it'll go back to getting light around. No, wait. Oh, wait. I'm so confused because you were here in the summer.
Yeah. It was like bright outside at like 4 or 5. I was like, what's going on?
No,
I was
'cause know
just
when
in
he wakes up,
California.
It's still dark, and he's waking up around like 6:15.
I don't know what was going on.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
crazy. Maybe it is a little bit light outside. No, because I just
Okay.
went to a class the other day and it was dark when I left.
Yeah, no, I was just there and it was like 7 and we were like, it's still dark.
Huh.
When were you here?
Maybe.
Like
I
a
was
couple
here in-
weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Where
know.
were you?
I was just like, wow, this was
Laguna
bright.
area.
I'm a little offended.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Like I know we've only met one time, but like maybe just like, oh, I'm gonna be just in case.
I should have. You're so
I'll
right.
move on.
Yeah.
Next time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be back.
Great.
Yeah. We both will.
Yeah, together maybe.
So, just a backstory. Chelsea has been on the podcast before. If you just want to swipe your finger very far back,
Yeah.
she was on for an episode about nutrition and health. So today is going to be a little bit different because we were both we're all in a new era, if you will, of being a mom. Chelsea and I gave birth within 2 weeks of each other, which
Wild.
is crazy. And she launched a supplement brand. Would you call it that?
Yes.
Yeah, at the same time. So it's Flurrie Wellness. And I have
gosh, you're
the
so
package right here. And I have my drink right here. I
So
have been
cute. How'd you make it
experimenting. I made it with an orange poppy and then a scoop of Flurrie. And I saw on TikTok that, you should reuse like some jars, like glass jars, I think this was a jar of like tikka masala. I washed it well.
Yeah.
And it was perfect because I poured the drink in, I poured the scoop in, and then I put the lid on and shook it up.
Nice.
So it's
That's
perfect.
a great idea. I do.
And then it
reuse
fits in your
jars.
cup holder.
Ooh.
Love
and it's
that.
cute.
Yeah. So you can take your iced latte or your Flurrie or whatever.
It's a great idea.
Drink more than
I
Take it to go.
couldn't get the paper off of mine.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So some come off easier than others.
Okay. I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah. Keep trying. Just put dish soap all over it. Let it sit.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Anyway.
you're making me jealous because that looks so good.
It is good.
I'll send
It's
you.
delish. It's
I'm not
delish.
saying
Okay,
not
so-
for you to send me some. I just meant.
know. Every time I say that to someone, they're like, "No," and I'm like, "It's okay. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it."
We
I mean,
will
I'll take it.
be your influencers.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I have so many questions about
I'm
Let's
so excited
just
to
get
answer
into it.
all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you launched it around the same time as having a baby. Was that the plan originally? Were you always planning on doing that?
No, because everything in this industry, as well as many industries, takes significantly longer.
Yeah.
So the goal was to launch like June, July of last year.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely before that. And then just the way by the time it was made, and then once we got the product, we had to do the product shoot. So like once you have the product, okay, great, I could sell it, but then I don't have like literally any photos of it. You have to finish
Yeah.
the website.
Right.
So it took quite like a month to finish all that, get photos back from the photographers. And,
Yeah.
I wanted to gift it out a little bit locally first before we launched as well, just to like get some content and have people try it and get the
Yeah.
awareness up
Yeah.
before we launched. So
Yeah.
that's why it took that long. And then originally we were going to launch like first week of September, which is actually like when I ended up having the baby. So it kind of worked. I'm glad it launched after
Yeah.
rather than before. I feel
Right.
like it just, yeah. And
Did
honestly,
you launch it end of September or when?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks, literally the Friday.
Oh my
2 weeks
gosh.
exactly after. It was
Oh my
crazy. Yeah, it
gosh.
was so weird.
In-
But I had a co-founder at that time too, which was really helpful. I don't know what I would
Yeah.
have done without that
Yeah.
at that time. And so I'm glad that I had like that help and someone kind of like behind the scenes, like making
Right.
sure operations went okay. And it's pretty streamlined. Like our manufacturer, we're changing manufacturers right now, but our current manufacturer ships everything from the warehouse. So
Oh, that's
not
perfect.
like
Nice.
in my garage slapping on labels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when you're like in that first kind of figuring out everything phase, it's much easier to have somebody else do the shipping for you because it's like, I don't know how much I need to keep on hand and, you know, all of that. So
Yeah.
it's much better to have somebody else handle that. It's one
Right.
less thing to do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so since we're talking about it, why don't you tell us about Flurrie? Like, tell us what it is, and then we can jump into like how you got inspired to make it, and
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff, and like
Origin
yeah,
story.
everything. Mm.
Cool. So, what Flurrie is, it's a complete hydration boost with caffeine, nootropics, and electrolytes. So, we have.
What was that
sodium
second word? Nootropics?
I know. It's nootropics. So, you think of tropical. Sometimes I say nootropics. It's nootropics. Again,
We love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds
So,
amazing. I want nootropics.
I love
they,
tropical things.
they're great. They help your brain function better. So
I think
that-
so. I mean, I think of tropical, and I think I function better
You're
in
so right.
tropics.
So true.
I would work better in Hawaii.
Absolutely.
So, I've never been there, but I would love to go. Anyways, so that's the lion's mane component. So kind of the overarching, why we call it a complete hydration boost is because it has sodium, magnesium, potassium, which are our like hydration heroes, if you will.
Nice.
The
Yeah.
mix of those three. And then we have 80 milligrams of caffeine. So it's about a shot of espresso, so not too much, where you're getting,
Nice.
you know, a complete jolt, but
Yeah.
enough to give you a little bit of a spike of energy. And then we have the lion's mane, which helps that mental clarity piece. And then we also added L-theanine, which is an amino acid. And L-theanine helps balance out the caffeine, so you don't get that jittery feeling that you normally would
Nice.
get from a cup of coffee or an energy drink or something
Wow.
like that. And it also kind of brings you a little bit level of calm and helps with anxiety, which is nice. So just a tad of
Nice.
that helps. We also have a ton of B vitamins in it as well. which give you a lot of energy, in addition to a lot of other nutritional benefits. So I wanted to add a
That's so exciting. I remember
It's packed.
getting a HTMA test done, and they were like,
Yes.
okay, so you're going to need a lot of potassium, but you need to balance it with your sodium, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that was tough. And
Oh my
also,
gosh.
also trying to get the potassium
So
like,
hard.
without all the sugar.
Yeah,
That
so
was
you're gonna have,
also
like, 12
impossible.
bananas a day. Yeah.
Yeah, or like 12 gallons of coconut water. So like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
for this to be like no added sugar
Yeah.
too is amazing.
Yeah. so
Yeah, I
really
needed like
wanted-
4,000 grams.
wow.
Milligrams.
Milligrams.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was like, I cannot do this. I can't do this every day. It's
yeah,
impossible.
it was nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we did the monk fruit instead of the sugar,
Nice.
as well. And
so I'm having it in this orange. This might be my new favorite way to have it, inside the orange poppy. I use like 3/4 a can maybe of the poppy and then one
Yeah.
scoop. And I know, I mean, it's probably a blend of stevia now and monk fruit, but it's good.
I
It's delish.
actually think this is being posted today. I made a dirty soda with it.
Ooh,
didn't
okay. What
know.
did you?
How it would taste, but I
Yeah.
was like, we're gonna try it. So I did an orange cream poppy or Olipop. I don't remember which one I did.
Uh-huh.
And so I put it with water first to like blend the powder, and then I added the Olipop or poppy, and then I added the cream in it, and it actually tasted so good. It was great. So
Sounds good.
Amazing. Okay, so I did not, just as a side note, sometimes I put the scoop in and I have to use the little like hand frother to blend it all up. But if you're looking at this, there are no clumps like at all
Wow.
just from shaking it. So
I love
get your
that.
pasta jar. Yeah.
Also, that shows that Flurrie can mix really well.
Yeah.
Because that's kind
That
of
was
one of my
something-
complaints
yeah.
about some electrolytes, that it just does not mix no matter how hard you try.
It is hard. It's also the anti-caking agents. Like to find a really clean one is really challenging.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So it's really hard to figure that out. And in the individual packets, they usually don't have one as well, because it's just such a tiny bit. So
Okay,
right now we
yeah.
are formulating for the indivial packets.
That's
which is
going to be
really
so exciting.
Nice.
I would love to have that in my purse.
Yeah.
See, me too. I really can't wait to have it in my purse. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how I'm still working on the formula, so I'm not sure how they do that, but I'm excited to find out.
Wow.
And I'll share it with you guys.
So you just like, you're like emailing people who know how to make this stuff, or like, how
Yeah,
do
how
you
do
you-
formulate?
Yeah, I found a new manufacturer. I'm actually in this like really
Okay.
cool, a couple startup CPG groups. So CPG is consumer product goods. And I got a
Ooh.
bunch of references for supplement manufacturers that do small order quantities. And
Yeah.
I found a new one. So they have a full R&D team. And so I just speak directly to him about the formula, and then he makes it, sends me samples, I try it. So that's kind of the process we're in right now.
Cool.
So I edited a lot
Amazing.
of the formula,
Wow.
changed the flavoring.
Okay.
It's going to be so great. It tastes so good.
Is it a secret what you're doing next?
It's strawberry lemon. I don't think it's that big of
Okay.
a secret because I keep
Wow.
posting the strawberry and the lemon all over Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I don't think it's a secret anymore. It's fine.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know like how it all came about, but
Right.
also I
Right.
want to know, how do you know what to put in one of these things? Like, how do you know
Yeah.
the right
Yeah.
ratios? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even know where to
so-
start.
At first, we did hire a formulator who their profession is literally formulating supplements. So I knew briefly what I wanted. Like I knew I wanted
Okay.
sodium, magnesium, potassium with a large amount of sodium. I knew I wanted the caffeine, and then I wanted to add that brain boost because I wanted a little bit of that cognitive function as well to kind of have like a stimulating like pre-workout effect without the like junky stimulants that are usually in
Yeah.
pre-workouts. So when working with her, I gave her that information and was like, this is what I'm thinking maybe add some B vitamins, and then she formulated it, and then we sent that formulation to the first manufacturer, and then they edited based on like what they think would taste good, not taste good, so on and so forth. And that's how it started from there.
Cool.
Very cool.
Wow.
In the
Love that.
future, I'm gonna bring on hopefully like a probably a naturopath or a like functional dietitian to help with formulations, just for someone that has like
Cool.
a little bit more education. Like I know what I know, but I think it's always important to have additional backing. And I'm always learning still as well, so I think that will be really helpful too. And as the
Yeah.
formulas get a little bit more advanced, a little more targeted, like I want to make sure that I'm making the best product for people. So
Love that.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure like doing health coach calls, you were recommending like, hey, you need your sodium potassium up, you
Yeah.
know, especially
Yes.
for people with like adrenal fatigue. You're trying
Exactly.
to
Right.
like, attack
A
that, which
lot
who
of-
doesn't have adrenal fatigue at this point?
Literally.
every day,
Yeah.
just in our blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as moms, I just feel like we're just like always.
Oh my
running.
gosh.
We're like, oh my gosh, what else is going through our brain at this point? How many things do we have to do and think about on a day-to-day basis? Like,
Yeah.
it is wild.
So
Yeah.
true.
So it's really helpful for that as well.
Yeah. Okay. So your son, Milo, is about to be 7 months, right?
Wow.
When is the 7 month?
7 months on what's today? On Sunday.
Oh, he's
he was
already
7.
7 months? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's sneaking up way too fast for me because I'm like, okay, Darby's 2 weeks away from being 7 months. So I'm like,
Oh
okay, well,
my
they're probably right there.
Gosh.
But
that's
he's
crazy.
already, ugh.
Yeah, I
Yikes.
know.
Wow.
It happened so
I know.
fast. Like everyone always said that to us, you know? But like it does.
I know.
It like really flies by.
It's
and it like
insane.
makes me sad. I feel like I go through periods, I don't know if this is for you, where I like feel okay. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like that postpartum, like, oh, like that feeling. I'm like, I'm good, like we're vibing, like we're on top
Yeah.
of it. And then something will hit me and it like all comes back and I just like cry. Like, it's so funny. Like the other night, I don't know what happened. I felt like I like rushed his bedtime routine because I had to do something and it took me out. It literally I got into bed and I was like, I rushed that. I shouldn't have rushed that. Every moment is like so stressed. And I knew that was like a postpartum thing. And I
Yeah.
I'm like pretty cognizant of those emotions now. And so it was so
Yeah.
funny. I was like, oh. And I ordered him like a ton of more toys on Amazon. Like Nick was like, what is this charge? I was like, I was sad because I rushed his bedtime, and so I just felt like he needed some more toys and teethers. Sorry. He's like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
He's like, I
Yeah.
think he was
Yeah.
tired and he probably was fine. I was like, no, he needs more
You're
teethers.
right. He needs more teethers.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
know the feeling. I don't know if it's necessarily like I'll get sad about it or like her specifically, like a certain age or whatever, but I'll be like, oh, we're doing so good. Like we are thriving now. And then something happens in a week and I'm like, okay, this is tough again. Like we just went
the minute
downhill.
you like get used to something too.
Yeah.
Like sleep
Exactly.
or eating or just something and then napping, like, and then it's like something new, like right after. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, I figured
Totally.
this out. Yeah.
Right. I was like, oh, I thought we were, nope. Mm-mm.
They keep you on your toes.
They really do.
Gotta
Love
keep
it.
learning. So Chelsea and I were like texting through our entire pregnancy because
Yeah.
everything was like so close. So we're like, oh, here's
That's
this,
fun.
here's this. You know,
Right.
you're just kind of bouncing stuff off. I mean, the text exchange that we have should never be publicized. It's way too much information. Okay.
Never.
But I remember, you know, before we both had babies, we were like, okay, like, what are we going to do? Because we both still have some like passions or like, I don't know, like some other goals besides just like being a stay-at-home mom. And not that there's anything wrong with that, you know. Chelsea, I'm wondering for you, like, what has stayed the same about that and what has changed? Because for me, I feel like I go through like phases. Obviously, when I'm doing something that is in my passion, you know, like if I'm doing an interior project or like some kind of design work, I feel alive and I feel like so fulfilled. But I also am kind of like oh, I kind of want like Darby to be with me during it, you know? I also go through phases of like, I want to not do any work and just hang out with her all day. You know what I mean? So
I did that yesterday. That literally happened to me
Yeah.
yesterday. So I get it. Yeah.
yeah. So like, it's not that your passions go away at all. It's just that, yeah, for me, like I want her to be a part of it way more than I thought I would. You know, I thought maybe, oh, I might want a break to like go do stuff. And I'm like, I want to find a way to do my favorite things with her. You know what I mean? But I wonder for you, like what all has stayed the same about that? What all has changed for you?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people told me like, "Oh, just wait and like see like you probably like are not going to want to do that and like he's going to be the most important thing and like you might not even want to work or whatever." And
Yeah.
he obviously is the most important thing, but
Yeah.
my passion, especially like as I started this business, still remains.
Yeah.
I like feel like what you're saying, like I feel very alive when I'm working on stuff for Flurrie, when I'm, you know,
Yes.
ideating new products to make, like at these events, like that is definitely something
Right.
that like it brings me so much energy and joy. And hearing how people like enjoy the product and, you know, their day has changed because of the product, so on and so forth. But the same exact thing for you. Like it, like for an example, whenever I have an event, I'm always like, how can Milo come with me? Like,
Yeah.
I have events all the time right now, and I'm like, no, I'm always telling Nick, like, can you please bring him? Like, I want him there.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun. Like, that's the best
Yes.
events is when he can be with me, and we're
Yeah.
like talking about the product, and he's on my hip and enjoying it, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, your baby.
Yes.
It's like so fun. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is definitely something that I like didn't know how it'd be. I did notice I was comfortable being outside of the house for a few hours at a time more
Yeah.
than I thought I would be, which I think is it's
Yeah.
a healthy amount. It's not. I'm grateful that I'm not like leaving from 9 to 5, but like 3 hours
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
and there to go like work at a co-working spot, and I feel like that helps my productivity.
Oh,
and I
that
think
helps a
the
ton.
change.
I bet.
Yeah, is the
Yeah.
like, prioritizing the day. And I've never felt more like productive or like in my right headspace now that I have a kid. Like I'm like, what did I do before? Like
Right.
I don't remember. Like now you're like you're zoned in. Like I was talking to Sarah about like
Yeah.
the late night work that really helped me, and that I think it just helps you be more present when you're with them. And that way your
Right.
brain is always filled, like always I could just be sitting here like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do right now. I need to email this person, text this person. I should just do it really fast. Like, but then I'm like, no, this is the time that I'm going to be with you. We're going
Right.
to go on a walk, we're going to play, like run an errand, whatever. And then I'll get to that after you go to bed. Like I'll work on that for a few hours. So I think that has really helped me, and that's changed. And I couldn't have foreseen that until I, had a baby. You know, it's something that
Yeah.
you don't really know. I feel like until you know. I mean, everything I feel like is
Yeah.
like that, but that's what I definitely
Yeah.
noticed was a
Yeah.
switch.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to hear the origin story. Like, when
Oh,
did this
yeah.
dream begin?
Yeah.
So, great question. So, as you know, from how Sarah and I know each other, is I worked at Chick-fil-A for a very
The
long
lore.
period of time.
Yeah.
The what? The lure.
I said the
Is that what you
lore.
said? Yes. Anyway, so worked there for a while. Thought I was gonna be an operator, a business owner,
Should have been.
franchisee owner. Thank you. That's so kind.
Could have been.
We're so glad that didn't happen though. 'Cause look, you know,
Yes.
I don't know
100%.
Right. Yeah. So that was my goal. I got rejected. We're gonna use that word. Really, like, put it in there. From that. I was like,
I feel like that's
5.
always in the origin story.
I know.
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah.
rejection is redirection. Like I feel that so much, you know. And I just, it's wild to think how different my life would look if that. Like if I don't even, it's like
Seed
that's the
oils,
summer I
baby.
met my husband. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it
True.
like I don't even know if we would have dated. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah?
And also I
Wow.
think at 25, like you're so, you're still so young, but at 25 I was like, oh, my world is over. Like this was what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life. Like
Totally.
like what am I going to do now? I didn't do
Right.
anything else. But I was 25. Like you have a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, long story short, I stayed with the company for a while, and then I decided to go into health in 2020. I personally like struggled with a ton of health issues, like working crazy hours at Chick-fil-A, as Sarah did as well, work crazy hours. And remember
I'm probably eating the food every day.
every day.
Honestly,
People
like
are
even
shocked
if
when I'm
it's
like, "Did you eat that?" I'm like,
Yeah.
every day, like multiple
yeah.
times.
And
You
I
had
was
to,
like,
probably.
okay, well, I'm eating the salads, I'm eating the grilled stuff, but I'm still eating seed oil, like,
And it's not organic.
you know,
Like, who knows?
antibiotic
Yeah.
chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. The fries. I still eat the hash browns. Oh god, those
Yeah.
hash browns.
Oh, I would pop a hash brown,
Minis.
let me tell you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, right there in front of you? Heck yeah.
I know. And you're starving.
I would be like,
you don't have
I would
time.
never order an order of hash browns, but would I walk by and pop a hash brown? Constantly.
It would never
I would be
placed
like,
on it.
they would be like making the chocolate chip cookies. And, you know, there were always like chocolate chips left over in the box. I'd be like, save me all the chocolate chips. I'd go back and have frozen chocolate chips.
Did you ever
You
eat
know.
those the cookie parfaits? Oh,
Oh, yeah, there were
they're
less
good.
calories than the granola.
Can you imagine us just
interesting.
like, eating that yogurt? I would literally never eat that yogurt now.
It's like
How
dessert.
much sugar was in
It's-
that yogurt?
So much.
Really?
It's like ice cream.
Wow.
Tasted
That's
like ice
so
cream.
funny. I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was unwell and very burnt out and
Yeah.
had a lot of gut problems. And so I tried a lot of diets. I used to like run crazy miles. I did everything. And so kind of got to the point where I was like, I don't really know what else to do. Like I feel passionate about this, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this class and see what happens. And it was 2020, so we were well, I was not remote, but a lot of people were remote, and so it felt like the right time. So I became a health coach first, and then ended up taking additional certifications, and that kind of started the journey of health for me. And kind of like I pivoted off that. I always wanted to create a product. I
Yeah.
remember like in 2022, I think I was like making vegan queso. It's honestly really good. I haven't made it in a while, but it's really good. And I
Wait,
was like,
you're
I'm
making
gonna sell
what?
it. Vegan queso. Random. I know. I don't know if you know.
Do we? Man, the vegan stuff really got us.
Vegan
I
was going
vegan
hard.
for like 3 months. It was not a good
It was about a month and a half for me.
I was marked
Then I got-
safe.
I got
from
on a
being
coaching
vegan.
call with Corey, and she's like, "So you're not going to be vegan anymore because you need your protein goals up." I was like, "Oh,
Do you remember when we had that call and I called you? I feel like we were talking about that you working with Corey, and we were talking about coming off of being vegan, like what to eat.
At the same
Yeah.
time.
yeah."
So
And I was like discovering, like glyphosates and everything, and like
yeah,
what sugars we were
Bone
using now, bone broth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how do I get all this protein? Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
remember when you
crazy.
went vegan. I was like, oh no.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, we lost one. My love of sausage brought me back.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to remember the first thing I ate. I honestly feel like it might have been like bacon. So
It's a good start.
Yeah. Good for you.
You're not a bacon gal?
No, we love bacon.
Is she a bacon
Oh.
gal?
Just want to make sense.
We love bacon.
She's a bacon
Yeah,
gal.
yeah. More sausage, but bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Darby's eating bacon.
I need to get Milo eating. I'll do that this weekend. Hopefully I'll
Anyway,
have some bacon.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we went to school, and then I made a lot of things in my kitchen, and I knew I always wanted to sell something, but I knew it would
Nice.
like
Yeah.
once you have the idea and you know that's the one. It wasn't
Yeah.
until I had that idea that is when I executed.
Honestly, thank God you didn't start marketing your vegan queso because the vegan craze kind of died.
It's true.
You would have gotten like picked up, like it would have boomed.
Yeah.
But then people would be like, okay, so like, do you do one with raw milk or like raw cheese? Or, you know,
Where's
So
the cheese
true.
version?
yeah.
Yeah. This is
Exactly.
awful.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
real.
great, but like, can we not use the cashews? Like, what's going
Were you,
on?
yeah, I was like, are you making it with nutritional yeast?
Yeah, it
Anyway.
honestly, I actually still, I haven't made it in a while, but I still make it because it's actually delicious, and it tastes great. So
I was gonna
it's
say
not
I've
a bad-
tried a vegan queso before, and I was like, this is
That's good.
actually pretty good. I like very creamy things, and so
And that's the cashews like really make it like
Yeah.
so creamy good. But maybe
Yeah.
There's
just
this
add, like,
grocery
one.
store here that sells a brisket queso. That thing
Yum.
is stupid
I haven't
good.
tried that.
Also, you
I've heard
guys
you
have
talk
like
about it.
queso century there. Like you can't get queso
It's
here.
true.
So
It's true. And Torchy's queso is like also my
Oh my
favorite.
gosh.
I still
That
remember
one's
that
so good.
from that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
So good.
Forget it.
It's so good. And you weren't even doing like what is the word? Lactose then, right?
No.
Weren't you lactose free?
Yeah,
Or dairy
I
free.
actually feel like dairy is starting to bother me again, which is highly unfortunate because now I'm gonna have to go on that journey. So,
Yeah.
Like,
On that journey.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Oh
we'll
no.
figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you will.
anyways,
So how did you decide on a drink?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it was my husband's
Back to the
idea.
topic.
Yeah. So all credit goes to Nick.
Oh, wow.
My husband is really, he's all athlete, all male, and he used to drink Mio drops in his water,
Oh,
which
okay.
is red 40 and caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
every day we'd go travel. He doesn't drink
Every
coffee, so
day.
we'd go travel, bring the Mio with him, squeeze it in water bottles.
Wow.
On trips.
Wow.
Yeah, Mexico, Europe, wherever. And so I was like, hey, we're going to have to stop the Mio. You're going to have to find another solution. And so then he went to like Bang energy drinks. He would drink those every morning.
Yeah.
It was just horrible. So one day I was like, we have to figure this out. This was like 2 summers ago. And he's like, well, it'd be great if there was like electrolytes with caffeine because then I could just take that every morning because he drank Element. And I
Yeah.
could just have my caffeine with electrolytes. And I was like, that's such a good idea. Let's make it. And so now
Nice.
I hope that he still is proud of himself for coming up with it now that we've invested into this.
Yeah.
So, like,
What
sorry,
did I do?
You said you wanted it, like, and you
Yeah.
can tell someone like
How
you want
bad
something,
did you
can
want
make
it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, great, let's make it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where the idea stemmed from.
Wow.
Very cool.
That is really
Love
cool. Does he love it? Is he drinking it every
He
day?
does. It's so funny because he literally drinks it every day, sometimes twice a day. He's obsessed.
Wow.
He doesn't buy any electrolyte. Like, and not even because he's my husband. Like, he's like, oh, I like genuinely like cannot go a day without it. Like, he loves it.
Wow.
He doesn't take any drinks. Yeah. No
High
other
praise.
caffeine supplements. Yeah. I know.
Okay,
It's a
so
big switch.
my next
Yeah.
question is, you can have a dream and you can think about it all the time and you can be like, I would love to do this. But how did you go from this dream to reality?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit delusional. So I think that is something
We always have to have that.
You do. You really
gotta
do.
have that as an entrepreneur. Yeah, you have to really think like this idea is a multi-million-dollar idea, and I won't stop until it is one. Like you just gotta,
Yeah.
or you'll have another one. Like it just has to have that energy, or you will stop because
Yeah.
no one's gonna believe in it more than you do. Like I can sit
Yeah.
here all day and say it changes people's lives, and my husband's off energy drinks, and so doesn't have to take Adderall anymore, and like I can say all those things,
Wow.
but no one's gonna believe it more than I do. So I think
Yeah.
the passion behind the product is something that obviously is super important, and then just that like fierce belief that like I will not give up. Like I just will continue
Yeah.
to put one foot in front of the other. I'm very aware that these things take a lot of time, and like sometimes they don't work out, but I can't like let myself spiral there. I just have to stay like on the path of like it's going to work. I'm gonna keep going, one foot in front of the other, like slow and steady. And kind of go from there. And that's kind of
And you started out with a co-founder, right? How much
Yeah,
energy do you feel like you got from having a partner in the beginning?
Yeah, so a little background of that, it was someone I worked with, and so he was honestly great because it was during pregnancy, we were developing everything, so
Right.
he helped set up a lot of the back end and operations and sales, which was super helpful. And then I focused more on like brand marketing and product formulation. And then, this is not for everyone. So this, you don't make money from this for a long time. You put money into it for a long time and you hope it works. So like, if someone wants something a little more like with more stability, it's not for them. So
Yeah.
that was something that he realized after, which is fine. And so in a crazy turn of events, my brother-in-law owns quite a large golf company and does really well. And he tried the product and he's like, I think this product has a lot of opportunity. I want to invest in the product and like help you.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's wild. Are you sure? And so
That's amazing.
then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy your co-founder out. And I was like, great.
Wow.
Sounds cool. to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think now I do feel like so he kind of does like, I call him like the board. Like he's like strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of what he does. So it's still all me.
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes when it is up to you, sometimes you can make better decisions when you're not having to go back and forth with someone.
Right.
So I think it's really empowered me a lot more. It's made me a lot more confident as a founder in the product, and a lot more passion now that I know it's like really mine, even though he does, oversee a lot, but it, obviously I'm kind of leading the charge on that. So that's been really, really nice.
So like keeping yourself motivated though, since he's not like probably hands on with it. Yeah. How do you feel like your energy for it comes to you every day, or like, how do you keep yourself going on a great idea? Cause I feel like, for this podcast, there are a lot of things that I dabble in, there are a lot of irons in the fire or whatever, a lot of things that I like to try my hand at. But this podcast has been one. I mean, we're 176 episodes, so like clearly,
gosh, wow.
like we've stuck with it. But a lot of times, like if I would let myself go, but Kelly's in it, so like there's like a little bit of extra added
Back and
energy.
forth.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, where does your energy come from to like keep going on your passion?
Yeah. I think, he did see, he did believe in the product. So yes, he's not in the day to day, but like having someone else that invested quite a bit of money in something that I created does fuel me a little bit and know like, okay, this does work. This is a product that helps people. So I want to keep going to continue to help more and more people. So I think that's like a big driver for me is like, I know that it works. I have days where I don't feel like myself and I take it and it's like, it sounds so silly because it's my product, but it genuinely does help me feel better. And so I know it works. And so knowing that and knowing it can help people is a big motivator for me. And, seeing the trajectory of like the additional products I want to create later on is huge. And then also just the lifestyle that I want to create for my family, like, and my son, now obviously there's like a huge different motivator, and just being able to have that. And like, yes, being a founder, we'll never have a 9 to 5, but like, hopefully obviously the goal is to have flexibility to pick him up from school and go to his games and, do all those kinds of things. And so it does, hopefully and prayerfully lean towards that direction. And so that's something too that I'm like really passionate about. But I truly think like, I've always been passionate about helping people. Like even when we were in the depths of, fast food, we were helping people. We were, not helping people with nutrition, but we were helping our leaders and, helping them with their lives and giving people jobs. And like, that was something I always really loved. And so if I can do that with nutrition, which is the most important thing, I think that's like a huge like win for me. I actually talked about this on another podcast, but someone I worked with at the restaurant always used to call a day a payday, and it wasn't a day that you actually got paid, but it was a day where you felt like you did the best you could at your job, or you helped someone out with an issue. And it could be like something as small as like a problem with their significant other, like, in these teenagers I've worked with, or it could be as big as helping them a work decision. But I think that is what really fuels me. And so when someone texts me and they're like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I was as silly as like being hungover today and I had this and this helped me so much, like that's a payday for me, or like when I get older, that's a payday for me. Like all those little things, like they really matter to me and I really care. And so that's definitely helps the motivation as well.
I love that. So what's the day-to-day grind look like for starting
Yeah.
a product? Like, do you have to go market yourself to, stores around you? Do you
Right.
just go to Instagram? Like, how does one do that?
Yeah, so I am very grateful. I now have 2 employees, so that's so
Whoa!
fun. I know
Woohoo!
it's
That's
so
amazing.
unreal. I don't really know how I pay them. I just like pay them and hope it works out. You know, you just kind of like hope for the best. But I have one of them is now my marketing coordinator. So
Cool.
she, in addition to coming to the events with me or doing the events if I'm not there, if we have two, she reaches out to local gyms, fitness studios, wellness events.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
To get us booked for a pop-up. And then I also have an additional girl that I just hired to do my social, and she's in college, so she's just helping me
Nice.
out with content and social for
Perfect.
the Flurrie page, which is awesome. Yeah, so right
really
now
good.
definitely like local pop-ups are huge. We're looking to do more like LA, San Diego ones once the new product is out. So I'd say like she really helps like the behind the scenes of booking those events and marketing in that way. And then my social media planner helps me a lot with like trends and audio and like what we should talk about and
That's
stuff like
good.
that. which
Yeah,
is
that's really nice.
Yeah. And then
We
I'm
need
doing
that.
a lot right now with
Would
new-
love that.
Yeah. I know, it's really helpful. With the new formula, I'm mostly working on like a high level with that as we start. I have to like,
Okay.
we're gonna have to do a whole new design on the product, and that's gonna be
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Wow.
We have to like redo part of our website now because it's gonna look like different than the current product does. So
Whoa.
I'm working.
Wow.
On that.
Do you have to like reshoot stuff too, or?
Yeah, everything.
Oh.
Wow.
And it's totally different. Yeah, it's so fun.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
But I'm really lucky. I have like so many amazing connections. So we're gonna be working on those. So that's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it because even the original is changing?
Yeah, so I'll still have that SKU if people want to purchase, but the new SKU will be different because it tastes completely different because I changed
Okay.
a few
Yeah.
things.
The
And
formulation.
then
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, it's a different flavor, and then it's going to be in the individual packs. So it's just not going to look. It'll have the same like logo and
Yeah.
things, but it's not going to
Yeah.
look the same as far as the design goes.
Right,
And our
okay.
website is very product focused, so we'll
I
just
see,
have to
yeah.
switch
Right.
those focus probably.
Yeah.
And then shoot the new product, and then a little bit of the coloring will change a little bit. It's good. This is all like
Yeah.
just one day at a time. Yeah, there's things
Right.
that just happen. Like, I wish I knew that before. I wish I didn't do it that way. And I'm like, but I know that now, and we just gotta fix it, and
Right.
we'll see.
Are you filming everything as you go? Because I feel like this could be a really good video story one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Documentary.
trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely like trying to get as much content as I can as I go, just because
That's
I
good.
think I love stories like that. Like
Me too.
the story about the Poppy founder, like obsessed.
I don't know this story.
I haven't. Is it
Oh
a?
my gosh. Yeah,
movie?
so she
What?
was she had like a 4-month-old, and it was called Mother Beverages because it was apple cider vinegar beverage, and she made glass bottles in her garage and was like filling them in her garage and fulfilling them, and then she did that for like 2 years, and then she got on Shark Tank,
Wow.
which was a game changer.
Oh.
She went on Shark Tank as Mother Beverages. She was 9 months pregnant on Shark Tank. And yeah, she got like a $400,000 investment, and they rebranded to Poppy, and then they.
Whoa.
I
did
probably
not know
wouldn't
that.
drink like Peter wouldn't be reaching for a mother beverage, but he's like, yeah, I'll do a pop.
No.
You know.
That was a good,
Yeah.
good,
Good move.
good switch on their end. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because poppy is just like a fun thing to say. Like, I want a poppy,
Right.
Mother beverage? No.
Mother beverage. It's like its legal
Absolutely
name.
not.
Oh
Yeah, she
man.
did well there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she
absolutely.
did.
Yeah.
Because she
Personally,
just
I'm a-
sold, right?
Yeah.
$2
Sold to
billion.
who?
I'm not sure.
Pepsi. It's so hard for me because I'm like, that's a bummer. Maybe it
I
will
know.
change, but also I'm like, if someone came to me in 10 years and they're like, I'm gonna buy Flurrie for $1 billion, and it's
Right.
someone, like, am I gonna say no?
I
Like,
know.
my
That's
dream in life
the
too
great
is to
decision.
be able to help like women entrepreneurs. Like if I ever get to that point and like have more liquid cash, I would love to be able to help like young entrepreneurs. Like I think that's so fun and so cool, and like
Yeah.
being able to invest to different companies. So that's why it would be so cool. But yeah, hard. It's a hard thing.
Right.
Man, we're just believing in
So
Olipop.
Hey, they just did a round of funding and they raised a ton of money.
Oh, good. They're like
Well,
the only ones holding out.
It's so
We
funny.
were
I feel
like-
I go back and forth with tastes on that. Like some weeks I like really love Olipop, and some weeks I'm like really love Poppy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's funny. I feel
You're
like
Olipop
Poppy does
right?
good with Olipop Stan. I feel like Poppy is good with like fruity stuff.
Okay.
When they try to do soda, I think it's horrible. I feel like I just taste
do-
vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, the cherry cola Poppy though, I really love. Better than the Olipop, but for Olipop, the cream soda Olipop is significantly better than the cream soda.
Their cream soda is great. Yeah.
Their cream soda is
I-
really good. I also the new peaches and cream situation.
So
I haven't tried that one yet. I don't think.
the Olipop one, it's
Yeah.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh. Then
Yeah.
I have-
Oh,
just
they
re-
just rebranded it.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like official
Yeah.
one now.
Yeah, because we're out of Barbie season.
Okay.
But when I was pregnant, I would always get the Barbie one because I'd be like, it's a Darby Barbie.
Barbie, that's so cute.
Just anything that reminded me of Darby. Yeah. Anyway, wrapping up, like, what would you say to a mom who is multi-passionate? You know, like
Yeah.
the four walls of her home does not contain everything that she wants to do, which is perfectly fine. Even that doesn't mean you love your kids less. That doesn't mean you're a daycare stan. Like it doesn't mean any of those things. Like how do you cultivate the things that you're passionate about, even when you are bringing another kid into the mix?
Yeah,
Not
I
another
would
kid,
say-
but like a kid.
yeah, a new and yeah, a child. Yeah, I guess.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I would say definitely like listen to yourself and what you feel like is best for you, because I feel like the outside world gives us so many opinions and labels on what we want to do and who we are. And so I think being really true to what works for you and what works for your family and what works for your mental health is the most important thing, because not
Yeah.
everyone is going to be the same and have the same views, but just holding space for your own self, I think is really important, and that will help any judgment and like negativity outside of that be pushed away,
Yeah.
and just really focusing on like what is the things that give you passion, and leaning into those, I think is also something to like really minimizing that. Like I feel like I had to do that a little of like, oh, like I don't have time for all of these things. Like I need to just lean into the business and being a mom. And like those are the things I really need to like spend most of my focus on, and like not care about other things, which is sad. Like I don't have the same social life I had, but that's reality of the season.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I'm like nightlife. I'm like, no, I'm
Yeah.
nighttime
I'm like
routine.
doing
Yeah,
it dinner.
baby.
I can't see you at that time.
Well,
That's my baby's
I want to
Yeah.
clean my house and take a bath. Like,
No,
so
I
sad.
feel like that conversation of like, oh, are you gonna like change your schedule for your baby? Or are you gonna let your baby
Yeah.
rule your life? And I'm like, my baby's bedtime's at 6:30. I'm sorry, I'm home at 6:30. Like that's the time he goes to bed. I didn't change my life. I don't make the rules. Like he needs to go to bed at 6:30. No, he's
Yeah.
not well.
Exactly.
That's the time. Sorry, like I
Yeah.
can hang out.
Right.
I can do it after. Great,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah. You can come to my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say every time. I'm like, if you want to come over, you can, but the baby goes to bed at 6:30. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we're going to have a great time after 6:30, but
Right.
that's when they're
Yeah.
going to
We can
bed.
party
maybe
hard.
That's
That's
not working or taking a bath. That might be.
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Rapid fire. Just tips for, let's say somebody, is a mom, but how would you, if you want to challenge yourself to dedicate 2 or 3 hours to your passion every day, like how would you make that happen while having a kid and every other thing that's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely look at the structure of your day to try to carve out that time. Obviously, for me, it works after bedtime. I'm the most productive after bedtime. And yes,
Yeah.
that means that might be not watching a show with your husband. That might be not going to see a friend for dinner, whatever that might be, you sacrificing. But if you're really passionate about it, it won't feel like a sacrifice. It'll feel like you're one step closer to your goal, which I think is really important. You can still get to bed on time. Like I'm still usually in bed by 9. But I would say like that's the time for me that really works, or early morning for some people too. But for me, it really, get that time in after.
I agree. I always thought ideally, I'm going to work during all of her nap times. Yeah, right. There's maybe one that I can do, like maybe one nap time a day. I get some work done, and then after bed.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You like laundry, cleaning. You have to eat. Get ready.
You got to do everything else. Still,
it stacks up.
Yeah, you still have to do everything else.
Amazing.
Well, Chelsea, this was so fun having you on. We got to do it again to just I feel like catch up on more stuff. But
I know we talked later.
Right.
Flurrie, it's at flurriewellness.com, FLURRIE wellness.com to go and place your order. And then any idea when your new formulation comes out?
Hopefully July or August. So we'll make sure.
Okay, perfect.
Let you guys know. And we'll get
so there's still plenty of time for you to go get this existing formulation. And follow along on her pages. You're Chelsea Markham again. On Instagram. And Flurrie Wellness as well on Instagram.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So follow those channels along. And I feel like you do, kind of your entrepreneur storytelling on there too. So that's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We encourage everybody out there, go try Flurrie because it's great.
I can't wait.
Give you a boost. Yeah, I'll have Kelly over and we'll make a video on it.
Cute. That'll be so fun. Okay, thanks guys. That was so fun.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next Thursday with a brand new episode. And until then, go follow Chelsea. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening today. Make sure that you're following us at Honesty Club Podcast on Instagram or check out our website, thehonestyclub.com, to be a part of future episodes.
You can submit an idea for a topic or write in with a story for us to share.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a review, or share it with a friend.
See you next Thursday.